everyone, it's me Ehsan and welcome to Crunches. Today we'll be discussing about the basics of SolidWorks and its different uses. So let's begin by double clicking on the SolidWorks app from the desktop. The first page you will see after opening the SolidWorks will be this page. This page is a constant page and you will be seeing this page whether you are using SolidWorks 2012, SolidWorks 2015 or SolidWorks 2016. As you can see, I am using SolidWorks 2014. You might be using SolidWorks 2015, it doesn't matter a lot. Almost all the versions of SolidWorks perform the same tasks and they look almost quite the same, except SolidWorks 2016 they have upgraded the looks, but I don't think everything is the same. So let's begin. First thing you have to do is to press here, you can see, or you can go to file and click on new. As you can see, you can also open it by pressing Ctrl plus N. Okay, then bar will show up. It will contain three parts. Number one is part, number two will be assembly, and number three will be drawing. So we will be working today with part, that is the first one, and click OK. It's taking a while. Okay, so this will be the page where you will be working throughout your life if you're planning to use SolidWorks long-term level. So let's get you familiar with this home page of SolidWorks. As you can see on the left side, there is history, sensors, annotations, materials, front plane, top plane, and right plane, and origin. So let's talk about different planes. SolidWorks works with three different planes. The front plane is the front side of the object you are trying to draw. The top plane is the upper view. The right plane will be the right side of the view of your object. And let's talk about the upper ribbon, which contains file, edit, view, insert, tools, window, help. Okay, here is also different shortcuts like new, open, save, print, select. So you can get access to SolidWorks' different features, options, insert menus, and different things very easily. So let's get you familiarized with the options of SolidWorks. You can see this is the system options, and in the left column you can see general, drawing, display style, area, hatch or fill, colors, sketch, relations or snaps, display or section, performance, assemblies, external reference, default templates, and more. And here will be document properties. You can see as drafting standard. One thing, let's see, unit. This is very important. The unit, because SolidWorks uses let's use five different units. So let's say the first one is MKS system, also known as meter, kilogram and second, CGS, centimeter, gram, second, MMGS, which stands for millimeter, gram, second, and IPS, inch, pound, second. Custom lets you change the units on your own. I personally recommend using MMGS, that is millimeter, gram, second. You can also get access to these units from the bottom right side of the SolidWorks. As you can see here, you have to just right click on it and you can see here is a tick mark, that is I have selected MMGS. If you want to use in IPS system, you just have to click on it. If you wanted to change it back again, then you simply just click on it. Okay, let's just the bottom ribbon. The bottom ribbon is very important. As you can see here is extrude, boss or base, which we will be discussing in a later part of this video. Revolve, boss, base, we'll discuss this in future videos. This is also very basic. Here is swept boss or base, lofted boss or base, boundary boss or base. So you can see here 5 different types of boss and base, and we'll be discussing all of them in the upcoming weeks. There is extrude cut, roll wizard, revolve cut, swept cut, lofted cut, boundary cut, fillet, linear pattern, weave, draft, shell, mirror, intersect, wrap. And here is reference geometry, which involves working with plane, axis, coordinate system and point, and curves contain curve through XYZ points, helix and spiral. Okay, this was in the features menu. If we go to sketch menu, you can see here is sketch, smart dimension, which is a very cool feature of SolidWorks. Here is line, rectangle, circle, polygon, etc. If we want to evaluate your system, here is measure, design, study, sensor and more, dream expert. And in the bottom of the screen, on the upper side of this white sheet, you can see some features. Here is zoom to fit. You can also do this by simply pressing F on the keyboard. Zoom to area, previous view, section view, view orientation. You can change the view to different angles. You can also do this by pressing space bar, and you can see this menu will appear. Let me repeat again. Just normally click spacebar on your keyboard, and this will show up, and from here you can simply select the view you want. There is isometric view, which is very cool. There is diametric view, trimetric view and more. This is known as, so by clicking the spacebar, the orientation menu will pop up, as simple as that. And on the right side of the screen you can see here on the third one, that is known as design library. Here is some toolbox which contains different parts which is already designed, so that you don't have to design them from the basics. We'll be discussing about this later. Here is design library, which is the same thing, and here is appearances. Appearances will be needed when you will try to apply materials to your 3D object. Before we begin, let me clear one thing. SolidWorks normally means we the developers, product developers, we normally use SolidWorks to make smaller parts and then merge them into one product, into a larger one. As you have seen in the beginning, when we have pressed Ctrl plus N, a pop-up menu showed up, and in that we selected part. So parts are the building block of a larger part. That is, by making different parts and assembling them together, we can make a larger product. As normally a product is made in factories or any other manufacturing companies. So this method reduces the cost by simply eliminating the need of different prototypes. That means normally we would have to create a prototype, and after different revisions we would have to make different changes. But with the help of SolidWorks, we can make revisions here, we can test it here, we can see tolerances here, we can do everything. We'll be discussing about these things in the advanced part of our tutorial. Since this is the first tutorial, I am focusing on the basics. That is, I'm letting you get recognized with the SolidWorks working features. Okay, so let's begin with a let's begin. First thing, you would have to click front plane. You can see on the left side of the screen there is a front plane, top plane, right plane. You can select any of them, but I always prefer to start working from front plane. You simply right click on it once, and a pop-up menu will show up. There will be sketch. After you can see a pop-up menu pops up. Simply click on the sketch, and a front plane will pop up here. So let's take a rectangle. You can click anywhere on this white page of yours and drag it your desired shape. So let us go to you can see on the upper ribbon there is a smart dimension which is in this cage. It's a smart dimension. Let's say the breadth will be 50 millimeter. My units are already in millimeters, so I'm not writing millimeter, just I will simply press enter. So this is 50 millimeters and the length should be 100 millimeter. So this is done. Let us take another circle and draw it here. Okay, and we'll just take a smart dimension and give the diameter of the circle should be 20 millimeter. Okay, and the distance from this line should be 25. So let's go to features on the upper side of the ribbon. Click on the features and you can see I extrude balls or base. Okay, after you have selected, select the rectangle portion of the rectangle portion. You can increase the length, the thickness of the extrude boss base. Let's keep it to 20 millimeter and press enter or OK, the green tick mark. Press OK. So you can see we have created a block, a rectangular block with a circular space between it. So as you have seen this, we have created this part very easily without any complexities. This is the best thing about SolidWorks, that we can make different parts easily. So I guess you have enjoyed it and keep practicing whatever you have learned today. We will be discussing more about extrude boss base and extrude cut, and we will be discussing more advanced functions of SolidWorks. So stay tuned and keep following us. Thank you.